You know, if you're searching for information about your disability claims or just about anything to do with disability, it's a good idea to talk to somebody who knows. There's your disability rep right there, Roy Rickster. Good to see you again.
Likewise, Tom. Likewise.
Okay, everybody does this for just about everything. They go to Google and they're looking at apps and they're looking at how-tos and then why-fors. Yeah, is it really a good idea to do it that way?
Yeah, and I'll be the first to admit I am a YouTube mechanic. I look up a lot of things. A YouTube construction worker, I do a lot of things based on that.
Yes, but I wreck a lot of things doing it that way too.
Yeah, I always figure, if I mess it up, I have to deal with it, right?
That's right.
So I feel safe in that regards. But, Google's a fantastic tool. The web in general is. We have a lot of information that's on our website, the yourdisabilityrep.com. Videos, this one will end up there as well. So there is a lot of useful information that's out there. The problem is that when you try to interpret the regulations as a layman, they're really complicated.
Yes.
They reference each other in part, here, there, yonder. There's rulings, there are acquisition rulings, there's Social Security rulings. There's a lot of things that are kind of ands, ifs, and buts that are built into the program.
You're reading a very technical document without the understanding.
Without the global understanding of how it's implemented. That's correct. Lots of publications. There's the Social Security Act, Parts 1 and Parts 2. There's the CFRs. There's the Dictionary of Occupational Titles, the Selected Characteristics, the Social Security rulings, the HALEX manual. There's a ton.
Yeah, my head's spinning already.
There's a ton of regulations that are associated with the program. There really are thousands of pages that administer this disability program alone.
Mm-hmm. And that's just from the get-go when you just start your search. Then you go down the rabbit holes a lot of time.
Right.
All right, always an exception.
That's right, and even to make it more complicated, there are exceptions in the rules. There really aren't many hard, fast rules that there's not some and, if, or but in the regulations about that. Some court rulings and some regulations are state-specific or region-specific.
Really? Down to region?
That's right. So Social Security may have implemented in Region 8, but it doesn't necessarily apply to the other regions. They haven't ruled on that yet.
Nope.
In some circumstances. A couple examples of that are rules on working. If you type into Google, can I work and get Social Security, you're going to get a vast array of answers.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to pretty quickly see that they're greatly different from one another. We have a program that's for permanently, totally disabled and unable to work, but for a year or more. But then you can also work with an unsuccessful work attempt or a trial work period, or things are just not as consistent as what you think they would be.
Yeah, yeah.
Same thing on rules on marriage. Some states honor common law, some states don't.
True.
So it depends on where you're at, how marriage is treated by the program.
It's all different. All right. This is a good one. It can't fix your mistakes.
Yeah, Google's not going to review your records. They're not going to clarify your condition. They're not going to help you identify things that you need to target for the exam. And they're not going to speak to the missing records or the missing conditions in the records. At some point, somebody has to get their hands dirty and dig into thousands of pages of medical records.
Absolutely, and it's also a thing where you have, not only do you have to dig into the records, you have to have an understanding of what records you need to begin with.
For sure.
That's saying, okay, so it can't fix your mistakes. Where do we go from here?
Well, you
right
give us a
to
ring.
You.
Yeah, so your disability rep, and we mentioned, I think last time I was on your show, that we have a Disability 101 workshop.
Yes.
We're doing those once a month. They're here at the Resource Center. It's a group meeting. Come in, we do about an hour presentation about Social Security disability, tips and tricks, and then we also have a question and answer session. It's a great place to start, low stress, low key, and it's a fantastic way. Click on the QR code, you can register there.
Okay, and also, if you call this number, 417-812-6698, that's the guy who answers the phone. I mean, they get to talk to you.
That's right. I didn't know you guys carried all the way to Mountain Home, but I had 3 people from Mountain Home call me this week. So it's fantastic, the exposure. So we appreciate the program.
And oh no, we appreciate the information that you're sharing with our viewers, because this is something, it may not pertain to you now, but it could very well pertain to you or to someone you care about in the future. So there he is right there, your disability rep, Roy Rickster. Always good talking with you, Roy.
Take care, Tom.
All right.